is right on top of the world.
James Wade, one of the best in the business.
Oh, that's just ridiculous.
Fantastic, James Wade! Pure box office.
The machine. Oh, you cannot get better than that.
Clinical.
Motorpoint Arena here in the great city of Nottingham. Yes, welcome back to week number 2 of the Betway Premier League. All brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation. Time to meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, a 6-time Premier League champion and the record-breaking, history-making 16 times the champion of the world. It's Bill, the Power Taylor. I've got the power.
And you don't want that.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of 2 UK Opens, the winner of 2 World Grand Prix, and the former Premier League champion. Time to meet the machine, James Wade!
Plenty of history between these. James Wade against Phil Taylor, repeat of the 2010 Premier League final. A power cut one night, 2 9-darters from Taylor the following night. One of the greatest games ever seen.
2009 beating Mervyn King in the final, but John, James has not beaten Phil in a Premier League game since that year, 2009. Quite incredible.
Well, it is quite incredible, except that he pretty much had trouble in playing or getting any success at all against Phil in the entirety of his career, and you know, I don't think that bothers him at this point, though. I think he's starting to believe, well, wait a minute, you know, I'm going to be around this game a lot longer than Phil, and at some point I'm better than him, and now might be the time.
That's facts that he'll be around after Phil's packed up, because if you've not read a paper or listened to any radio or involved in social media, then you've escaped the fact that Phil Taylor has said that this will be his last year on tour. He will not play in next year's Premier League. His last event will be 2018 World Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen,
what will happen in this? Last week, Phil won, as did James. So, will one continue to win, or will it be a draw?
Well, judging by that, I would say that they have each other's attention, and Phil's going to demonstrate that. So a very good start to the match. Two 140s that could have been 180s.
81.
James beat Kim last week. Kim played well. It was only 300 averages last week. Gary and Michael were 1 and 2, and then Kim was the only other one. But James did a number on Kim, only James can do. Average below the man, but somehow beat them.
Well, and great preparation for James for this match, because Phil, you look if he's playing properly for Phil these days, he's 100 to 103, and that's exactly what he beat last week, James did. So that's not going to worry him one bit. If he plays how he can play and take the opportunities, James can come out of this with the win. Maybe a draw. I'm sure either one would be pleasing.
Yeah, the one thing about James Wade as a character is that he's not a panicker. Yes, he might play poorly every now and again, or play better after 1 week than the other, but it's not because he's panicking. For a break in the first leg, 60. Oh my. Treble 17. Oh, that's unlucky. Should go 57 to leave 38.
Yeah, it was such a sense of the classic Phil Taylor there. How many times has he finished 1-6-1 to break somebody lower than him and crush their dreams, really?
And how many times has James Wade taken out 120? More than the average. Pulled it. Didn't like it, did he? For the first leg.
Yep, double 19. It's not much help, but at least it leaves him 2 darts. And now that is a good marker to lay in on top of. He'll be disappointed in that result, Wade.
Yeah, he will be, bitterly. Just can't see James Wade ever missing double. Right, okay, double 5. Oh, that's a good dart. Hold of throw. Yes, it wasn't regulation, as in leave a double, your opponent leaves a double and then you're out. Got away with that, James. But what you quite rightly said, John, about that first start on double 19, it was too far away to help.
Yeah, the only positive there was it still left them 2 darts at double. Whereas if you've gone high that far, you're at most getting 1, and that's if you hit the single. Oh, and attacking Phil Taylor's throw immediately. Putting the pressure and heaping it onto Phil Taylor.
He is indeed. James Wade's nickname before the machine was 009, because he just used to hit abundances of 9 darters.
Yeah, I always liked that one. I thought he should have kept that one.
Yeah.
Although the machine is quite an accurate description of how he's gone over the years. He doesn't crumble, does he? He just gets on with business.
Yeah. Like an automaton, isn't he? Well, Phil left 1-6-1 in the first leg. Is James going to leave 1-6-1? No, better.
Yeah, Phil with work to do. Needs at least one treble to kind of make James worry about taking this out to break. That really was weak.
That was poor, wasn't it? Really was. Treble 11. Double 14. James Wade misses tops in the first leg for a 120. He doesn't miss double 14 for a 1-2-1. James Wade 2-0 up. And this is what this is why he sells himself well, James, because it never looks hard work, does it?
No, and they were all in the middle of the beds as well. They're just, you know, they weren't just in the, they were right in the middle of the bed. It just looked so easy for him. I think that was down, and we were saying that was a very poor setup turn for Phil. It took all the pressure off of James.
Yeah. Yeah, the 60 off that 202 was 3 real poor darts from Phil Taylor, and made that 1-2-1 just slightly easier. But Wadey is at it. You said you fancied it tonight, John, didn't you? You knew.
I knew he was in the mood. It's one thing to be in the mood. You still have to get the job done against this great of the game.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. It's all right fancying the job. You still got to throw the dart.
Well, that's the first step, though. You need to believe, and so now we have a match. There were a lot of occasions in the past, Wayne, where I truly believe James Wade didn't believe he was ever going to beat Phil, and it showed. That's no longer the case.
Quite rightly so. But that was a slip. Phil kind of struggling to get them there every now and again. It's like the hand isn't opening quick enough.
Well, you feel he's going to have to equal James Wade's outshot of the last leg if he's going to break. He's going to have the opportunity, but he'll need to do it.
98. Phil, we require 121.
Yeah, a real big visit this. Crucial couple of minutes coming up. Treble 11. Bullseye.
Well, that's a better answer in a way, because James thought perhaps he was going to get a chance. But no, the bull steals the opportunity away and gets the break straight back for Phil.
Oh, and he's retiring at the end of the year. He's still so good.
Yeah, but Phil's mentality there, although it was a fantastic shot, Phil was very disappointed, I believe, that he didn't do it with the treble and the double 14. He wanted to be just as perfect as James was in answer. But in terms of pulling the rug out from underneath the player, I think the bull is a more successful way of demoralization.
Yeah, it really hurts, doesn't it?
60.
We know these guys have an unbelievable talent, but the bullseye's just not easy to hit under pressure. They make it look easy. This is a real good game, a quality contest. James Wade averaging 111.
Looking for 3 breaks on the trot, perhaps.
925.
Well, these are the kind of legs you want against the throw, aren't they? 140, 180. The stubbornness of Wadey pays off. Doesn't entertain a 57, stays up there and it's a ton.
Well, James has a pretty good average going for a low 90s guy. I mean that respectfully.
Yes.
He's not a type of guy that needs to get that sort of average mostly, but it's good to see him enjoying it, because he's certainly capable.
For an 11 dart leg, double 12.
James Sheldon of full.
Brilliant.
James Wade. 5th leg, James to throw first.
Now is the time for James Wade to hold. He's looking just so good. Smooth.
Yeah, there was moments at the World Championship he looked like this, and even in his defeat he looked very good for most of the match. And James Wade seems to be a much more settled dart player at the moment, all around.
Yeah, I think the darting world around him is quite happy with it. He doesn't feel that he can't compete. I think he feels that if he can play anywhere near this, he's wow, it's stunning, but
45.
to his normal game, I think he feels like he can beat most of them and do damage week in, week out. He's certainly hurting Phil right now.
100.
Well, yeah, and I think the battering that he's giving Taylor is reflected in Taylor's average being down a bit. I think he's a bit demoralized at this stage of the match, even with that fantastic 1-2-1 out of his own.
Yeah, the last
46.
leg and 6 darts have been average. See, these scores of a ton and 97, 60, just not enough. Not enough when you're playing James Wade, who you can't actually see James hitting, say, 41-60 on the bounce, can you, and letting you in.
Well, even playing normal games on the tour, Wayne, if you're hitting 96s, 97s regularly, you're just hoping you get shots at the end of the legs because you're not doing enough to demand an opportunity.
Yeah, you really do need 2 trebles.
100.
At least once in every 2 visits nowadays. What kind of pressure will the 144 be under?
90.
Okay.
Phil will require 144.
All down to this first dart and just didn't give it enough gas.
Just too low again, isn't it? It's not even a marker.
James
Putting him off for his second and third dart sometimes. 60, double 15. For 4-1. Aggressive.
Well, yeah, sloppy even. We know he was aiming if he was going to miss to the outside, and that one really got pulled inside, considering that.
Well, he took out 1-2-1 on the ball, but this is now double 11 for a break back and 3-2.
62.
Just flicked it a bit there until it kind of kicked to the right when it hit. That's not a lot of help, but double 4 still. That is a guide.
That first dart of James, I thought it was peculiar. He seemed to leave his arm in the air forever. The moment presented itself, and he took it.
But is 4 breaks on the trot.
Quite incredible, really, because James Wade going into that leg was averaging 111, and he comes out averaging 99. But James will be thinking, John, surely that, right, Phil isn't playing well. I've basically gifted the leg away. If he carries on, surely he will have the opportunities to win this.
Well, I think James was playing that while scoring, that he didn't care how Phil was playing. And now it's become an issue. When you start missing doubles, then it's anyone's game. You don't have to miss a lot. You just create the hope in your opponent, and he'll start hitting his doubles or his out shots.
If James is going to miss, he wants to be there. Look at that. That second dart had no option but to go in.
100.
Yeah, but only 60 and 100 scored in his 2 visits, and that's not the James Wade we've seen for most of this match. So Phil's kind of bought himself. He's hit back. He's had a gut shot back to James Wade. He's in the match solidly again, especially with that.
If you'd have said to Phil, you'd be averaging 94 and it'd be 3-all with your opponent bossing you. 6 legs, he'd have been well chuffed. But that's what it looks like being 3 apiece.
Well, what it looks like is role reversal. We would have expected James to be the one hanging in there nicely with the low 90 average.
85.
And Phil right about 99 or 100.
Well, a little frown from
60.
James there.
Phil will require 104.
Is he looking at the 60? Slide one on top to leave 24. Double 12 for a level game.
Inside in the 6th leg. Phil Taylor, 7th leg, James.
A nice out shot to help the average. He crawls up closer to James Wade, but James pulls back away. That's what he needed, really, after a lackluster leg.
Yeah, he did. He needs kind of no drama here, James Wade. Just needs to get this leg won with Phil loitering on about 166 or something. A Taylor shot.
He never leaves 166. What are you talking about?
Oh, dear. I will make it known as the Taylor. Yeah, there's a nice warm feeling that kind of goes through you when you're asked a question and you start a leg with 180. It tells your opponent that you're not really that phased, or if you are, you're certainly not showing it.
Well, you get in a good match, and a lot of the time it's all answering good shots, and you work against each other to make each other better. And you don't want to make the other guy, but you keep responding. It's the two players respond in a match sometimes, and it seems to be the case here a bit.
Yeah. He's making slightly heavy work of this leg, James, because after that 180 he's only hit a ton and then 41, but another treble here and a single. Sublime.
Yeah, perfect. Just can't bungle the tops, though. Well, we kind of have a feeling he'll hit a 20 the first dart and leave double 10, don't we?
2 double 10s would be great.
He'd be under some amount of pressure here. Down to 80s, Phil himself.
Got to go. Yeah, really well thrown.
He didn't like my game plan at all.
There's darting superheroes on stage right now as well. James Wade and Phil Taylor. And the classic Gary Anderson immediately after this. Peter Wright, MVG, Kim Ibrex and Raymond van Barneveld. And a jam-packed night. And if you missed the first game, Adrian Lewis beat Dave Chisnell 7-2.
Yeah, and he looked very comfortable, very good. A nice night for Adrian Lewis fans. Put them at ease and Adrian at ease. I think he's all that talent. You wonder sometimes why it's getting wasted.
Yeah. Oh, that was a jump in the air from James Wade's left standing foot. Did it every dart there. Something we haven't seen so far. Well, Phil wanted 309, should really have started on the 19s, but he's still got to hit a treble. Or 2, actually. He left a Taylor shot, but I'll let him off.
That's okay when your opponent is also on almost a Taylor shot.
Yeah. Good last start. You think that 69's going to be under the cosh?
137 would do that.
99.
And still some pressure.
Should go 57 double 6. That's his normal MO. Double 6 for 4-4. Well, that was a push. That wasn't.
Yeah, that was. I don't want to leave double 3 for the last dart.
Yeah.
So it wasn't all that bad. It was just, I think, being too careful. The problem with that, though, Wayne, is he lost the ability to use that dart as a guide. Just pure class hit that double 6, and pure class from James Wade to answer this. Start again with a 180 on his throw.
Yeah. Yeah, when Phil's got level, James has effectively said, you're going to have to play better than that, pal, to get in front.
James with 4 180s to none for Phil.
60.
Well, they were bad. Again, standing up on that left foot from James. Makes the release different every time, which is why it goes high and low.
Yeah, but as poor as that 60 was, it was still better than 43.
Yes.
No punishment from Phil. Then you punish the non-punishment. One of my favorite phrases of Nottingham.
I love that. Three-dart finish after 9 darts yet again.
Yeah, Wayne, it's not good enough that you got let off when you make a mistake. You have to drill them back.
Of course.
Because they made a mistake by not getting you.
Exactly. 1.
81.
It's been some good setup play by James Wade. 140 off of 180. It was a good little setup there. He has been the better player for 9 legs. And he's 5-4 up, James Wade.
James Wade, 10th leg field and throw first. Game on.
Well, an important leg here for both of them, and if I'm James Wade, this is where I want to make the push for the break yet again. Been plenty of breaks in this match, so it's not something that's far-fetched at all.
No.
83.
Phil, in my opinion, is just not hitting enough 2 treble visits. If James can put in maybe 2 140s in this leg, I think he'd manufacture a chance for himself. And already, there's a kind of dart in front. Phil's just not looked that comfortable. He's had some real awful low darts.
Yeah, just the whole mechanism of Phil Taylor, it doesn't seem quite right. But the class of him on those 2 finishes, the 121, the 104, he's still got the poise at points, but just not that machine-like ability like James.
Yeah.
Well, of course, he used to have, but it's always in question now, and of course, he doesn't like to talk about it, but that's just the reality, is that age.
Yeah, the composure is not what it used to be. Like that, that's just, there's been too many of those. Mind you, that was a good comeback.
100.
Oh, you heard him there. Philip, he said, annoyed.
Oh, and Phil just gets off the hook from James, leaving an out shot and really pressuring him. Phil have thought this from this range a bunch of times. 6 darts get the job done. There's been ifs, though, whether he can get 1 treble on the setup, and it's cost him earlier, it's cost him here. Now James is thinking, okay, watch him attack. Oh, that was a off line, but what an aggressive dart.
It was just a bit jumpy.
97. Phil will require 158.
60. Just resettling. He clearly doesn't feel that comfortable either. Well, he's got to go the right-hand side. That is fantastic. Double 19. Wow.
Well, yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. That's been the strongest point of his game, is the clutch finishing. Just about pulls off a 158. But James now for the break, for 2 ahead, needs a tops.
84.
Well, that's for a guaranteed point as well.
38.
Will Taylor missed this. Double 19 in the opening leg of the match. Deja vu here. Getting nearer. Got it.
Will Taylor, 11th leg, James.
That was some excellent drama. Just, would he get that or not? Yeah, that 3rd dart, but made it happen.
James Wade has never been behind in this match. And with darts like this, he will continue that trend. With the darts, James Wade has shown some real good stuff, especially at the start of the legs.
85.
Well, there we see the role reversal in the averages of what we expected from the outset. James Wade just over 100 and Phil in the low 90s. 93 about.
45.
Oh, Phil scratching his head. Over 3 poor darts again.
60.
Well, if you are going to have an absolutely stinker of a leg, which is what Phil was having, to be honest, John, it's not that bad a time, is it, if he wants to come out with a point?
But this is a time for a 180 to almost get pressure out of nowhere as well. I think he sensed that. Pretty good effort. He's clawed back in. James needs to get at least one treble here himself.
He needs to keep straight and true.
60.
Wow, that was a hopey dart. That was just floated in.
So now another 2 treble turn from Phil, and well, we've got an entirely different scenario than 3-4 turns ago.
Well, that was unlucky.
60.
Not enough.
James
He couldn't back up the threat.
Yeah. James Wade really is very good at moving along the hockey. In control. A big one here would make James think a bit. Just not enough visits with 2 trebles. Simple as that.
59.
Yeah, that 1-2 turns ago sort of made him look likely to get a chance. Instead, 2 darts for double tops if he needs them. Well, double 10 for a point.
36.
Well, the double top looked a bit iffy to me. Threw it too softly. Oh, what a time to go in front this would be. 60-60, double 11. Another 60. Double 11. You couldn't, could you? Oh my word, that is typical Taylor. And that hurts, that hurts. James Wade has been in control for the last 30 minutes. Now Taylor not only breaks, he will be throwing to win the match.
Yeah, and he finally got that 2 treble turn you were talking about he needed.
What a time, eh?
Yeah, when you punctuate it with a double, what a painful blow.
60.
Well, it's not a disaster, Phil, if James Wade doesn't punish you.
60.
Not punished. It's now a leg of 4-4-1.
Yeah, and James had those 2 darts to get that point. Just the 56. Taylor punishes with a 1-4-2. And you kind of sense that he might get the opportunity for double after the 1-5-8 effort, and the other 2 finishes earlier.
Yeah, he missed a dart off at tops of 104 as well for a point, didn't he? James has stolen a 40-point lead. 41.
Yep.
A ton's not really enough here.
Taylor has really outweighed James tonight.
Yes. Oh, this is class. 2 140s in a must-win leg. Well, this is where Phil has been coming up short. Not
60.
literally like that, but he did.
He could never take out 1-4-2, could he? 2 legs on the trot?
No.
105. Will we require 142?
60. No.
Even he has to giggle at that prospect. You never know, though. The tension is there.
James require 56.
That is an 8. Tops left, just the 1 dart at it. Oh, that's a great last dart from James Wade. James Wade 6, Phil Taylor 6. If James Wade had lost that match, I think that would have been a pretty sour pill to swallow for him. But in the end, the 2010 winner and 2009 winner and Phil Taylor, the 6-time champ, they share the spoils with a point apiece. Good game, good match.